You know, there are settings like this when you talk to an LLM. Well, the reason why we have these is because LLMs by nature are probability machines. In other words, LLMs are basically a probability machine that generates output tokens one after another. And generally, you probably don't need to change these settings at all. But these settings are critical when you want to deploy a custom agent or custom chatbot that you want to lock down. For example, if you go to Taco Bell drive-thru now, you're engaging with an AI agent through the speaker. Well, in this setting, you want to be very precise in how they communicate with customers and take orders. So let's look at the following knobs: temperature, top P, top K, stop sequence, frequency penalty, and presence penalty. Temperature is what controls how random the next token distributions are. So in a setting like drive-thru, where conversations and vocabularies are restricted to menu options, you want to keep the temperature closer to 0. And in settings where you want to engage in creative discussions like an AI chatbot that helps write poems and lyrics, you want to keep them at 1. When we go beyond temperature, things start to get a little bit technical. For example, top P allows us to control what words get into the contestants list before they're considered as an option. So back to the Taco Bell ordering system, if I say, would you like to add fries to your blank? The next word that could occur can vary in probabilities. So if I set the top P value to be 0.5, then all possible next words are sorted and the model will only sample from the next word in probability if the cumulative percentage of all the words reach to 0.5, and only out of those it will choose from. Top K is a similar concept, except that it's a hard cutoff in quantity of next words. Going back to the example earlier, let's say my sentence was, would you like to add fries to your blank? And if my top K was set to 10, for example, then it would only consider the top 10 most likely words regardless of their probability. As you can see, this can get a little bit unnatural since we're setting a hard cutoff regardless of how probable they are. So typically, we prefer to use top P instead of top K for a more natural and granular control over the model's responses. The remaining 3, frequency penalty, presence penalty, and stop sequence, is a way to control the behavior of the LLM's generation. Stop sequence, for example, allows us to stop the sequence when the model starts to encounter a specific token or pattern. For example, if this following is a typical interaction written in script between a customer and the machine before it gets actually read out loud, we want the output to stop once it reaches the token's new line customer as it follows the script. So having a stop sequence allows us a very strong control over how we want the LLM to behave. The 2 other penalties, frequency and presence, is a way to control the behavior of the model by essentially discouraging repetition during generation. Simply put, frequency penalty discourages the likelihood of the model that will keep using the same word or phrases, and presence penalty goes a step deeper and lowers the probability of any token that's already appeared once. As you can see, the further the control panel we go in configuring the LLM, the more we are dictating how the LLM will behave in different settings. Generally, tweaking the LLM's behavior with penalties can give a diminishing return. Instead, the common practice now is just to fine-tune the model once enough examples are given. In fact, if you go to OpenAI's website, you're only given the option to control the temperature and top P. And the rest can generally be tweaked by collecting enough samples of how drive-thru interactions goes that's been transcribed and fine-tuning the LLM so that it can solidify its knowledge. However, understanding how these affect the underlying LLMs and how they generate its responses can help you have more control on how you want to wield your LLMs to work in your AI application as you deploy them. In this lab, we're going to learn how to tune LLM parameters for production use cases. We will continue the same model to behave completely differently, from a consistent drive-thru ordering agent to a creative story writer, just by changing settings like temperature, top P, and penalties. When you need your AI assistant to give the same answer every time or generate wildly creative outputs, these parameters are the control panel. The lab takes about 25 to 35 minutes to complete. When I open the lab, I'm dropped right into a real-world scenario. Configure a Taco Bell drive-thru AI agent. Access the labs using the link in the description below to follow along with me. The first step is to verify our environment. In this task, we're asked to run the source following query, by Python in the following query. This script checks that the virtual environment is active, required packages are installed, and the API connection is working. Note that this lab uses a KodeKloud API key with token and rate limits. Keep prompts short, and if you see rate limit errors, wait a moment and try again. Wait until you see the verification complete message. Now move to task 1, which is about temperature, the randomness dial. Open the file task1temperature.py located at this following path. Temperature controls randomness in token selection. Temperature 0 means deterministic, where the model always picks the highest probability token. Temperature 1 samples according to the probability distribution. Temperature 2 flattens the distribution, making output unpredictable. You need to complete 2 to-dos. At line 53, replace blank with 0 for deterministic output. At line 70, replace the blank with 1 for creative output. Run the script with the python /root/code/task1temperature.py. The script runs 3 generations with each temperature setting. With temperature 0, all 3 outputs should be identical. With temperature 1, the outputs vary each time. After running, click the Gradio UI button to open the LLM Tuning Studio and go to the Temperature Comparison tab, where you can enter a prompt like describe a sunset in 1 sentence and compare how low versus high temperature outputs. We have a knowledge check about temperature. The question asks for a customer service chatbot that must give consistent answers. What temperature you should set. The answer is temperature equals 0 or close to 0 because consistency is key for customer service, and temperature 0 ensures the same question gets answered every single time. In task 2, we learn about top P, cumulative probability filter. Open task 2 top-p.py. Top P is also called Nucleus Sampling. It works by sorting tokens by probability from highest to the lowest, then including tokens until cumulative probability, which is the top P value. For example, with the prompt, the capital of France is if Paris has 72% probability and the next token adds to 84%, then with top P 0.84, only Paris and the second token are considered. You need to complete 3 to-dos. At line 51, replace the blank with 1.0 to consider all tokens. At line 66, replace the blank with 0.5 for a narrow pool. At line 80, replace the blank with 0.1 for very narrow pool. Run the script, then the Gradio UI, which is already open from task 1, go to the token visualization tab. Select the weather today is from the drop-down and click update visualization. Set top P to 0.5 and notice how varied weather words like sunny, cloudy, and nice gets filtered compared to top P 0.9 to see more tokens included. In task 3, we learn about top K, hard quantity cutoff. Open task 3 top-k.py. The difference between top K and top P is that top K keeps exactly K most likely tokens regardless of probability, while top P keeps tokens until a cumulative probability threshold. Top K equals 3 means keep exactly 3 tokens like Python, JavaScript, and Scratch. Top P equals 0.75 means keep tokens until 75% cumulative, which is the same 3 tokens. Top P is generally preferred because it is probability aware. You need to complete 2 to-dos. At line 84, replace the blank with 0.3 for narrow top P. At line 94, replace the blank with 0.95 for wide top P. Run the script. In Gradio UI Token Visualization tab, select the best programming language is and compare top K3 with top P1 versus top K10 with top P 0.5. The knowledge checks ask why top P is generally preferred over top K. The answer is top P is probability aware and provides more natural results. Because if one token has 99% probability, top P might only include that one token, while top K would still include K tokens even if the extras are very unlikely. Task 4 covers stop sequences, controlling generation boundaries. Open task 4 stopsequences.py. Stop sequence tells the model to halt generation while a specific pattern is found. This is critical for conversation turn boundaries. Without a stop sequence, if you ask the model to continue a drive-thru conversation, it generates both the agent and customer sides. With the stop sequence customer, it stops at the turn boundary, so the agent only responds once. You need to complete 2 to-dos. At line 63, replace the blank with customer for the stop sequence. At line 90, replace the blank with customer, agent, and dash for multiple stop sequences. Run the script, watch the output to compare, and without stop sequences, notice the finish reason stop when the stop sequence triggers successfully. The knowledge check asks why you would use a stop sequence for a drive-thru ordering agent. The answer is to stop generation at turn boundaries so that the agent does not generate customer responses, because without a stop sequence, the model might generate both the agent responses and the customer next line. Task 5 covers frequency and presence penalties. Open task 5 penalties.py. 2 penalties discourage repetition. Frequency penalties penalizes based on how many tokens a token appeared. Word used 3 times get penalized more than word used only once. Presence penalty penalizes any token that appeared at all. It is binary, appeared or not. Without penalties, you get outputs like the robot walked, the robot talked, the robot moved. With frequency penalty, the output uses variety like the robot walked, it spoke with a metallic voice. You need to complete 2 to-dos. At line 74, replace the blank with 1.5 for frequency penalty. At line 99, replace the blank with 1.5 for presence penalty. Run the script. In the Gradio UI control panel, try the prompt write a story about a robot with penalties at 0 first. After that, set frequency penalty to 1.5 and generate. Then set presence penalty to 2 and generate again. Notice how the model uses synonyms and varied vocabulary with the penalty. The knowledge check asks which penalty lowers the probability of any token that has already appeared. The answer is presence penalty because it treats appearance as binary. If a token appeared once or 100 times, it gets the same penalty. Frequency penalty scales based on count. Task 6 is a capstone where we apply all settings for production scenarios. Open task 6 production.py. Different use cases require different configurations. In line 53, replace the blank with 0 for drive-thru agent consistency. At line 84, replace the blank with 0.9 for creative writer variety. At line 115, replace the blank with 0.2 for code documentation accuracy. Run the script to see all 3 scenarios with their different outputs. In the Gradio UI, go to the Production Scenarios tab to see the recommended settings for each use case. Then, go to the Control panel and try these example prompts. For drive-thru agent, use "You are a Taco Bell drive-thru agent." A customer asks, "What comes in a crunchy taco?" With temperature 0 and top P 0.3, a customer asks, "What comes with a crunchy taco?" with temperature 0 and top P 0.3. For creative writer, use "Write a short story about a robot who discovers music for the first time" with temperature 0.9 and penalties enabled. For code docs, use "Write a doc string for a Python function called calculateAverage" with temperature 0.2. Before wrapping up, I want to highlight a few things I pay special attention to along the way. Temperature controls randomness, 0 for consistency, and 1+ for creativity. Top P is probability-aware filtering, narrow for predictable, wide for varied vocabulary. Top K is a hard count cutoff, less preferred than top P for natural results. Stop sequences halt generation at patterns, essential for conversation agents. Frequency penalty scales with token count. Presence penalty is binary. No universal best settings exist. Configuration depends entirely on your use case. That is it. We went from 0 to production-ready LLM configuration. We learned how temperature affects randomness in token selection. We explored top P Nucleus Sampling and compared it with top K. We implemented stop sequences for conversation boundaries. We applied frequency and presence penalty to control repetition. We configured the same model for 3 different scenarios: drive-thru ordering, creative writing, and code documentation. You now understand how to tune LLM parameters, so the same model can behave completely differently depending on whether you need consistency or creativity.